Hello and welcome everyone to Last Level Press. I'm Mr. Black, and as you can absolutely detect within the rumbly rasp of my voice, I'm still rather under the weather, so do please bear with my inability to completely articulate myself as well as I might otherwise. I'm also kinda doped up on cold medicine, so my laser focus may also be a little bit lacking as compared to my usual content, so once again, do please bear with me. Now, this is my first 15 with War Inc. Battlezone. And I know already of the reputation that this game possesses, and would have were it not for the fact that Steam continually thrusts this game into my face by way of the recommended for you tab on its front frickin' page, passed this game over and ignored it due to the fact that it is very clearly, very visibly a rather pay-to-win grind fest of a competitive free-to-play FPS on Steam. I'm more or less engaging in a formality here, illustrating the things that are very blatantly obvious about the game from just reading its description. So, let's dive right on in, but before we do, let's also bear in mind a little something that the game claims on its very description on Steam. War Inc. is, in quotes here, the most realistic, tactical, clan-based combat experience. Are we noticing a little contradiction there already? Coupled with one of the deepest customization systems ever developed for an online shooter. Quite a stout claim on the part of the developers, one that I'm about to pick apart mercilessly and relentlessly. So, let's dive on into this thing. So, what you're looking at in terms of my gear, my character, and my loadout are not representative of what new players to the game will get to use for any lengthy, appreciable amount of time. Why is that? Because they are all little 2-day rentals to kind of get you started, get you addicted to the experience that will then very shortly run out and leave you with the default gear immediately after. What the default gear is unfortunately just a rather bland M16 and this little shirt, uniform thing here. You'll notice a lot of these other uniforms that I can switch through and enjoy the looks of all have, oh good god, we can rock the Hawaiian shirt. Tactawaiian, oh yes. All of them have a 1-day left bar. So, again, these are just little things to kind of get you hooked and get you incentivized to continually re-up them with actual currency. There are two within the game. There are WP, the in-game currency, and gold coins, which are, of course, a paid currency. And while the developers claim that almost everything within the game is accessible via both means, even within their very description on Steam, they place a rather disconcerting emphasis upon the convenience of gold coins, which almost every single user review confirms to mean that the game is extremely grindy and rather pay to win, and by rather I mean very. So, as with all of my first 15s, I have only checked into this game insofar as adjusting options to make sure that audio is balanced and such for the recording, as well as checking around a little bit within the shop to have a look at those claims myself, and I'm finding them all to pretty much be more or less validated. Yeah, I'll save changes. I guess it's because I switched things around and then switched them back. So quite a few of the, premium gear items within this game don't necessarily seem to be mechanically different, better or worse, than their non-cosmetically altered base game versions. However, I've not checked into that in detail yet, so let's do that now. Let's see here. What have we? Let's find something that is identical. We'll rock the G36 with the lovely Canadian flag, which deals 30 damage and has a spread of 22. Let's go and find the vanilla game version, G36. Yes, they are in fact statistically identical. So, once again, that is good. I like it when games allow one to customize one's look with cosmetics without necessarily gaining a hard and fast advantage by way of paying for it. However, I'm rather suspect of the cost when it comes to the acquisition of weapons and other bits of equipment in this game, because let's click on the little red renew item button on my lovely little Kickstart FN Scar here. You'll notice one can play or buy the permanent version of this for roughly 9,000 of the gold coins. Let's have a quick look before I even move on at how much that really equates to real world. Let's see, can I click on that? No. Good lord! Their UI is not even serving them well, much less me. Most competitive FPS games that rely a great deal upon microtransactions have a little quick access button to constantly supply them with more money. Let's see, those are boosts. How do I buy gold? Can I even do it within the game? Aha, here we are, it's on the front page. Buy gold coins. What are these cost-wise? Looks like it's roughly at the best rate. No, not quite the best rate. Wow, how many do these go up to? Let's be very generous and compare, let's say, this one. Looks like it's a 15,000 gold to $20 ratio, so a little less than 1,000 to 1, which means that many of these are going to cost anywhere from like $5 to $10 in order to buy permanently. That's a lot. I know it's rather comparable to many FPS and their microtransaction rates across the board when it comes to free-to-play games. However, as I've said about many of them, I find those prices to be rather steep. Gouging, in fact. And then there are these costs for the 30-day WP, which is to say in-game currency, or the permanent 81,000 versus 651. What I'm going to discern by the end of this video is exactly how astronomically huge those numbers, I'm sure, are, given the fact that I've heard quite a bit about the grind of this game. So we're going to compare the resource acquisition rates at the end of whatever match I play to those costs and figure out how many matches one might have to play and play well in order to unlock, on a permanent basis, mind you. I'm not even going to delve into the rental rates because you can just tune out as soon as you find out that there are rentals in most games and move on from there. So there is a fair variety of equipment, especially in that there are multiple tabs. There are also 4 classes to choose from in this game, I believe. There's Assault, Medic, Demo, and Sniper, which one chooses at the very beginning of the game. I did not record that as it was an integral part of actually booting the game for the first time. I'm never really a big fan of that whenever core decisions need to be made before you're even given access to an options menu. And speaking of, before we really load on, let's check that options menu real quick. Thankfully, a lot of options are available. One can alter quite a few of the aspects of the game visually, as well as remap controls. All good. However, I'm never really a great deal of appreciative when it comes to the fact that many of these options require one to completely restart the game for them to take effect. People, it's past 2000. We can do away with that kind of core instability. Please. Loot crates, I'm assuming, are going to function quite a bit like the Ghost Recon Phantoms loot crates in that they are purchasable with in-game currency. I've actually got, I believe, a 5,000 WP starting bonus, we'll say. So, can I actually open one of these? This is my inventory. It says I've got 5. Can I open it? Unlock. One moment. Not enough money to unlock this loot crate. So, what you're telling me is you can buy them with in-game currency, but only open them with paid currency. Really? Really? Unless I'm just missing something, that is horrendous. And this is not really a very readable skill tree tab. How do these work? ASR weapons increases range and decreases recoil and spread of assault rifles. Can I learn that? I don't think I've got any skill points. Nope. Okay. Well, it looks like this is a fairly self-explanatory system, even if it's rather arcanely laid out. So, let's finally just jump into a match and see exactly what we're in for. Quick match. Sure. Create or join. Yeah, we'll just quick join. I don't necessarily feel like scrolling through a great deal of servers. So let's see. Conquest mode. I'm assuming that's going to be comparable to most FPS games' conquest modes. Tip of the day. The assault class is agile, fast, and powerful. First into the field, these soldiers are vital to winning any battle. Good. Good, good. If I didn't say so before, I am running assault myself. Play first person or third person? Okay. That's a little odd. I guess I'll go with Team 2, because they're red, and I like the color red. So, enter battle. Good God. Could that gun model take up any more of the screen? Jeez, that is just inordinately huge. And is it just me, or am I like 3 feet tall? Look at this. Hi there, buddy. Okay, the audio balancing is way off. And these animations are jerky. They don't feel smooth, they don't feel natural. Alright. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's have us a look at this HUD. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, you don't see me. You don't see a thing. He's just panic firing in every direction. Okay, so it looks like we've got team progress meters at the top, a mini-map in the top right. Again, inordinately large. And gear bottom right, health bottom left, and equipment over to the left bar there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Contact! Hi there. Nope, nope, ow. Damn. Looks like we've got several people rocking comparable armor to mine, which tells me that the game likely takes use of a matchmaker to assign players into matches with others of comparable player level. Hopefully. Now, what I don't know is how much, if at all, that factors in paid-for gear. Let's see. I just really don't like these animations. They're just abrupt and unnatural. Ooh. Are you still alive over there? Whoa, yes you are. Not anymore. Good, good. So, let's actually play the objective a little bit. Try to come and capture point Alpha. As for the visuals, I was expecting worse, I'll be honest. I'm not really all that unimpressed with this, given the game's relative age, and the fact that, once again, it is free to play, even though microtransactions do play a rather large part in it. And I'm not sure whether or not my presence here is doing any good. Wait, yes it is. Okay, the flag is moving. The audio is off, locationally as well. I mean, you guys may not be able to detect it in the recording, but my own footsteps sound as though they're, like, backward and to the left of me. Like, I keep turning around thinking someone's sneaking up on me. Alright, I've captured point Alpha. Good. Let's move on to Delta. So, a lot of little rookie errors seem to be dragging down what might have otherwise been a rather good game. I'm not gonna rail on this game quite as hard as quite a few of the Steam user reviews have. Ah, God, those footsteps! I don't like it! I keep feeling like I'm getting ambushed. Oh, great. Cod hopping. That's really great. The bend! You can get killed by the bends. That's a diving thing. Let's try out third person. Why not? I'm assuming third person may be an advantageous angle, considering that would widen one's field of view considerably. However, it would make rounding corners a little bit more precarious, seeing as in some angles you won't necessarily see exactly what you might, or as clearly as you might, were you in first person. Oh good, it means I don't have to deal with those god-awful first-person iron sight animations, however. I like the fact that I can iron sight, but the animations to get there, almost not worth it. I'm rather proud of that shot. Okay, let's keep on moving. I'm not really going to worry too much about playing the objective. I'm just going to try and get my hands into the glove, as it were, give it a bit of flexing, find out its limits. The third-person animations are decent, though. as abrupt and jerky as the first-person aim animations are, again, I was expecting worse. I am actually quite impressed, given the game's age and its budget. So, let's move on to Charlie. Also, whoop, okay, never mind. Here I was, praising your third-person animations, and then I switch weapons and find out they just teleport around on my back. Alright, at least I can rock a little Spike Spiegel. And use my Jericho sidearm. Aptly named, given my surroundings, I suppose. How's about testing that out? Why not? Good God, that's loud. Okie dokie. How's about that shotgun? How many people are in this match? I feel like I'm not coming across many people. Only 10. Alright then. And the jumps. Those are... Okay. Never mind. I rescind my praise. That's just... What? That's a controlled aerial seizure is what that is. Okay. Why is there a, like, point zeta? Point Z. It's A, B, C, Z. Oh, Zulu. Okay. Oh, somebody reclaimed Charlie. Charlie! Why have you got to be that guy, Charlie? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Alpha's getting... I'm just running in circles everywhere. You can tell my attention span is not great, not fantastic. I definitely blame all of the frickin' medicine. Where'd you go, Hawaiian man? There we go. That's an oddly delayed impact sound effect as well. Its business model notwithstanding, I'm actually of the mind that it's the sound design worst about this game. The visuals are not terrible, even though the texture quality is less than stellar. And there's a sniper taking aim at me. Where is he? There he is. Gotcha. Nice try. You just got counter-sniped with a shotgun. How does that make you feel? Head over to beta. Although, wait, what? Is it just me, or does it look like I'm kind of moonwalking a little bit? Like, I'm going almost forward, even though I'm holding down forward and right. I'm Popeye dancing right now as I run. Okay. Again, so many little tiny rook errors are dragging down what could have been a rather decent FPS game. And that gives me such a sad, because there's a dearth of good free-to-play FPS titles on the Steam market. Our team won. Okay then. I was number 4, 8 kills, 2 deaths, 4.0 KDR. I'll accept that. And I got, what? A TAR-21, Black Ops crate key. Key is used to reload your ammo from Black Ops crates. No, I don't want to rejoin a game automatically. Go away. Premium gear crates. And I picked up 0 loot crates. Okay. Can I disconnect from whatever match I'm auto-joining? No. Okay. Let's wait then. There we go. Okay. Exit game. Yes, exit. Don't exit the entire game, please. Okay, good. Let's see if I can actually make use of that key for anything, because if the game does reward one with constant drops, that will take quite a bit of the sting out of its paid business model. So let's have a quick looky-see. What can I unlock these with? Okay, so these slots are extra character slots to run different classes. I'm not really fond of the fact that one can't necessarily have more than one right away. However, it seems as though the GC cost is not terribly exorbitant. And what did I receive from that last match? I don't believe it actually broke it down for me on the menu proper, but I received 550 WP. Not a lot, given the cost of quite a few of those things. I remind you, to permanently acquire the Scar here costs 651,200 WP. I can't math well enough to conceive of how many rounds one would have to play in order to accrue that much WP. So yes, the grind is real. And at least, one can gain random drops, looks like one-day drops, of other weapons, which, again, kind of alleviates a little bit of that. However, if in your description of your game you're going to claim that this has one of the most in-depth customization systems of any game ever made, let me use it, because I don't necessarily have a great deal of incentivization to customize weapons that I've only got for a day, because I'm assuming I'm going to lose those as soon as it's over, or I'll only get them again if I get that as a random drop again, or if I buy or unlock it again. Not really cohesion in terms of theme and goals, what one really wants the entire game experience to be about. So, I'll be honest, War Inc. Battlezone, not quite as terrible as I was expecting. However, it's still got a long way to go before I consider its business model to be completely above board, and before its animations and its sound design allow it to even begin to contend with the big dogs of competitive FPS on the free-to-play market. Compare this game to Blacklight Retribution, and there is no comparison. The customization is comparable, if not superior, in Blacklight. The animations, far superior. The texture quality, the overall visual quality, again, far superior. And I dare say, if I recall correctly, I'll note whether or not I'm correct in the captions below, that Blacklight is in fact an older game than this. I know it's like the pinnacle of a great deal of free-to-play FPS facets. However, it's coming from a less than cooperative publisher, we'll say, despite the best efforts of that developer. So, given what it can accomplish in its rather restricted situation, I don't have a great deal of pity for those that can't reach at least comparably high to that bar. So, I can't necessarily say I can completely condemn or recommend this game. It's going to be more of a niche title, I believe. It's going to be something that will appeal to some. The visual design may, by way of all of the like ballistic masks and such, appeal to, say, fans of either Payday or like Army of Two, I'm sorry. And so, I can't necessarily say I'll come back to it, unless you guys really, really want me to, and cover it in a round 2 to check out some of the other facets, maybe see exactly how good the random drops are in terms of incentivization to continue playing. Right now, as far as First 15 is concerned, which I remind you once again is not meant to be a comprehensive review, but merely a commentary upon how well a game hooks me and makes me want to keep coming back, not really hooked all that well. There are many other games I would rather play than this, and that's kind of a shame considering I can see the potential in this concept. Even in this execution, I feel like one good patch could fix this game. If that patch incorporated adjustments to its grind, and to its animations and sound design, and better textures would be nice, but hey, they're not necessarily required of a game that one does not pay a box cost for. So, I believe that's all I've really got for a First 15 of War Inc. Battlezone, so thank you all for joining me and dealing with my, like, Louis Armstrong voice throughout the entire video. I am Mr. Black, your Let's Press, and as always, wish you all good gaming, and Godspeed. Please, I would appreciate do not deal with the killing. Maybe, possibly. Alright, hide behind the tank. I trust the tank to block bullets a great deal more than I trust my sweater. And no 1911. Son, I am disappointed.